There was no Sunday school for the summer, but all the people in the village went to church early that Sunday morning. They wanted to talk about the hunt for the two bad men. They had not been found yet, and nothing had been learned about where they had gone. After church, Miss Thatcher met Miss Harper outside. "I suppose Becky is still sleeping, isn't she?" "Becky," Miss Harper said. "Didn't she stay at your house last night?" Miss Thatcher asked. "No." Miss Thatcher suddenly became weak. Just then, Aunt Polly walked by. "Have you two seen Tom? Did he stay at your place last night, Miss Harper?" "No, he didn't." "I haven't seen him," Miss Thatcher said, "and Becky's missing too." Miss Harper called to her son. "Joe, have you seen Becky or Tom?" "I haven't seen them since I returned home from the cave," Joe said. "When did you see them last?" "I don't think I saw them on the boat. Probably in the cave." Other young people were questioned. Nobody remembered seeing Tom or Becky on the boat when they came back from the cave. "Maybe they're still in the cave," someone shouted. Miss Thatcher fainted. Aunt Polly began to cry. People had stopped moving out of the church. The story traveled quickly. None of the children could remember seeing Becky or Tom on the returning boat. An hour later, 200 men were traveling by boat and road to the cave. Aunt Polly and Miss Thatcher went home to wait. Other women went with them to keep them company and to cry with them. They waited all day and all night, but the only message that came from the next morning was, "Send some food and more candles." Mr. Jones returned home that afternoon to find Huck still in bed, crazy, with a fever and spots all over his body. He called Miss Douglas to take care of him. Huck woke up and asked about Tom, but Miss Douglas didn't want to tell him that Tom was lost. "He's all right, child. You rest now." Tears filled her eyes. Some men returned home from the cave, but the stronger men continued to search for the missing children. They shouted, they shot guns. There was no answer. Once they saw a light in one of the caves, but it belonged to another searcher. They found the names Becky and Tom written on one of the cave walls. Beside it was a ribbon that Becky had been wearing in her hair. When Miss Thatcher saw the ribbon, she cried harder. "Oh, I'll never see my little girl again. Is this all I have to remember her by?" 3 days and 3 nights passed. Still they had not found the children. Not many people had the hope or strength to continue searching for Tom and Becky.